Okay, so this one is my favourite, most effective knockout technique. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching my sons this when they sometime in year 6 for when they're ready, so they get this perfect for when they enter high school. Okay, now this technique, if done correctly, you can drop anybody any size with not a lot of power. Okay, and that is the chop. Okay, I did another video on this whilst driving, but this one's going to be a demonstration. Okay, demonstration of the chop. Okay, so just watch me for a minute. Okay, I'll be doing some demonstrations on, deception and things like that with Bob's friend here. Okay, so enjoy. Come on. No, I don't want to fight. Seriously, I don't want to fight you. Alright, mate. Take it easy. Take it easy, okay? What have I done? I haven't done anything wrong, have I? So what I'm doing is a chop on the side of the neck, okay, at a slight angle, okay, and I'm just chopping, boom, okay, okay, so it's using deception. Look, man, I don't want any trouble, okay, so they don't see it coming, okay, that helps. With this technique, even if they do see it coming, don't block it, you're still very effective. But you want to get really good at deception. Okay, so any strike is very effective if you use deception successfully. Okay, so you're distracting them. Okay, and when they're open, when they're distracted, that's when you go. Right? Or using deception. So you can ask them a question or say a really weird word. I've got a couple of questions. I don't share what they are, but the question makes them go, what? Something really random, okay, that almost makes sense, okay. So for example, you've got cough scene. That doesn't mean anything. You've got cough scene. Okay, that's just going to give them a reaction of what? Okay, once that happens, boom, strike. So I'll just show you what I mean. Leave it out. Got cough scene. Okay. So it's ask a question. Okay. Once you know that information's gone into their heads, they don't have to respond or say anything. Once you know that information's gone into their head, their brain switches off from defense. Okay, that's when you strike. Look, mate. switch gear. What's your cat dog name? Not you as well, come on. Yeah, you have to bring all your buddies as well, don't you? So, so it's using deception in many ways, okay? So it could also be, okay, mate, I'm sick, okay? I'm sick, I got cancer, mate, okay? When they react, when that information goes into their head, strike, okay? So it's using deception, okay? So they're up in your face and you're like, mate, leave it out. I'm sick, mate. I'm sick. I'm poorly, okay? And when they're like, then go, okay? Or you can ask them a question. What is that nose here? Something really random, okay? This dog's Charlo. Just say something really strange for them to go, you what? Okay, then go. Or just ask them a genuine question like, what can I do for you, mate? Okay, once that information goes into their head, strike. Okay, so it's super important to know how to get your head right, know yourself, okay, know how you react to things and how fear comes, okay, how to control your fear. Also, you have to be good at using deception, okay. A lot of successful doormans, they use this, okay, deception, to switch their enemy off from defense, then they strike, okay. So Jeff Thompson's crowd who work on the doors, they all use this, okay, and they knock people out very successfully, okay, by using deception, okay. And it can also be, okay, there was a guy, what's his blimmin' name? So there was a guy who used to work with Jeff Thompson, okay, and he used to always like smoke a lot. He always used to have a fag in his mouth, okay. Back in the days when you could smoke in pubs and things, a long time ago. And what it do, okay, is it go just getting a lighter, okay. So just getting a lighter, all right, and then he go bang, uppercut, okay, uppercut, okay. Let's just do a demonstration of his way of doing it, okay. And he duck as well, okay. Scratches, go to scratch his leg. So he loved the uppercut, okay. So let's do it. So do it up a little bit. Or you just be like scratching your leg and then bang, okay, and he'd uppercut them and he'd knock people out like that every single time successfully, okay. It's very difficult to see an uppercut coming, but they use deception successfully by asking a question, you know, giving them an interview, okay, saying, look, don't want any trouble, okay, and then going. So your aim is to switch their mind off from defense and offense. Okay, so you know you want to get them thinking. When they're thinking, when they're like, what, that's when you go. Okay, so I mean, this video doesn't have to reach a lot of people. If you watch this, maybe keep it to yourself. Okay, so I'm not going to say share it with everybody, blah, 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 because this technique, the strike to the side of the neck, as I was demonstrating, is the best knockout technique you can do, in my opinion. Okay, so like that can even work. Someone pins you up against the wall. I don't have my tripod on me. Okay, if they're not a lot taller than you, can be successful. Okay, and you're just pushing. You can just literally push. So you can be inside and push the side of the neck. Okay. Obviously, if they're a lot taller than you, then it won't work, and you'll have to use other ways around it. Okay, so let's say they're the strongest person in the world and the tallest person in the world. You're gonna have to use your legs. Okay, because you're not going to be able to reach them with their hands, with your hands, should I say. Okay, and a lot of like grappling, should I say, sort of Aikido, sort of certain moves, if they're like 10 times stronger than what you are, you'll have to be so good at those. So you just use your legs. Okay. But anyway, without going off topic, that's the best knockout technique. Okay, so if you like this one, click that thumbs up just so I know you like this video. Okay, and just leave a comment. But as I say, don't, keep this video to yourself, guys. Okay, people don't need to know this. As I said in my last video, there was a guy in one of the comments sections, and he was saying about watching a similar video to this, and he was saying about he worked on the doors for so many years. His dad taught him this technique, okay, and he never told anyone about it, but he used it several times on the doors very successfully, and the majority of the time people didn't know what he did. They just thought he was good at knocking people out. Okay, but all he was doing is striking in the side of the neck, either by a chop, using your forearm, like this, not your fist is too big, but like this. Okay, boom, that forearm, either way, either angle. Okay, to the side of the neck, and you can drop anybody at any size using that technique. Okay, even without having to use deception. Okay, they won't allow this in UFC, because if they did, it wouldn't be entertainment. It would just be whoever did that first wins, and then you wouldn't pay for another ticket to watch another fight, would you? Okay. So certain rules, and that's one of them. That's one of the rules you can't, one of the things you can't do in UFC. But yeah, thanks guys, I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.